Hi, YouTube! If you're stuck on Ascension 10 and Slay the Spire 2, or simply struggling with earlier Ascensions, it usually comes down to mistakes made in Act 1. Today, Alex and I are joined by Lyra, an Ascension 20 player with over 1,000 hours of gameplay across every character in Slay the Spire, to break down how to build the defect early, as well as really early mentalities to apply to the way that you see the game, so that way you can consistently, beat these higher Ascensions. This is a very in-depth breakdown, going to be a lot of material. That being said, let's get into it.
Before you pick an active relic as you're playing on higher difficulties, you need to know what's in the map.
Because we kind of just know what our options are. Like if we have any high elite paths, if we have any like high like rest paths, or if we need to be like store maxing. So I already kind of told you that the way that I like to rate things is just by like elites and rests are sort of worth a point. So like a thing that jumps out to me is there's an early shop, and then we have a 5 point with a shop at the end, because we have elite fire, elite fire with shop here. That does mean that we have to fight 3 elites in one thing. Seeing an early shop after 5 combats is nice, because we'll have enough money to buy something cute and then upgrade something important before our first elite. We could also... Left path has the same thing, where it's...
Don't be afraid to draw, too.
Oh, yeah, but left path has, like if we go this way, we have a fire and an elite and an elite fire elite, which is just kind of like this but worse, because this way has this other shop after 5 combats, and if we go this left path, we get 4 combats and 2 question marks instead of 5 combats on the event seems super strong. I love the quest mechanic, but at least from Slay the Spire 1 stuff, especially with an early store, and especially since we're probably going to be taking this path and going to a second store, so especially at like A2, we're so strong we can take 3 elites as long as we get decent cards. And if we can't, we can always dip out early and not take these 2 and just go to this store instead. Fighting these fights that are like 5 fights in a row gives us so much money for the store. So much money. Like if there's a good rare or a good relic, we can just take it.
And even on A10, you would still consider that.
Yeah, I would definitely, like, I would consider this, because then we have 5 fights in the first store is amazing, into a rest is amazing, and then we get to fight our first elite. The only thing that I'm looking at that's dangerous on max Ascension is fighting 2 elites in a row. This is risky.
So if it was life or death and you had to win this game no matter what would be the path?
Oh, if I had to win this, then I would take the probably far right. Like if my life is on the line, then I'm probably I might. Problem is you want options then. Like I think I would go this full right into the store, into a rest, and then take this right path and go to a fire, and then an elite right before the boss. Is like the safest option. If you're playing for like success rate, like you don't want to be risky in Act 1, but there's no reason not to. Like we don't lose anything from being mildly risky in Act 1.
Yeah, because you're helping to set up a launching pad to be stronger, because if you want to run the full carry. But the reason that you're saying that path is safe in the first place, there's less elites overall and a decent amount of rest spots. And
well, importantly, the elite that we're fighting is all the way at the end. So we'll have had all of Act 1 in order to be really strong for that elite. At every single point in this, you want to be thinking about, like, what am I playing towards? So, like, your first stage is you always have, like, the base cards plus whatever your Neo Blessing is, which is usually just kind of shit unless you pick a fun Neo card, which I haven't done yet.
It's good.
It seems good on some cards. I want to play around with it, but I haven't got the chance yet. But elites are always the same. An elite in the beginning is the same thing as an elite in the end. So fighting this guy all the way at the end when we've had the entire act to build up for him is awesome. Whereas this guy, we have to fight him before we get our first chest. So that means we only have these, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms in order to prepare for that. So we have to figure out, we have 5 spots here that we can use for card rewards and money. Maybe we get a cool potion. Then we have 1 shop that we can also use. If we're playing on Max Ascension, we can pick up a potion there. Like if we're weak and we feel like we don't have cards, we don't see anything useful in the shop, we could just pick up like a fire potion. We could pick up a swift potion.
Which you taught me that's actually impactful at that level.
Well, potions are fucking gigantic. Like, potions save your life. So if that's the difference between you being able to take this left path with 2 elites, which lets you get to another rest and another elite, and then see that other store, like, that's just... If buying a potion at this store is the difference between you taking the bitch path and only seeing these 2, and you fighting 2 more elites, getting another upgrade, and seeing another store, like that's gigantic.
Yes.
Like spending 40 gold on what feels bad, you're like, oh no, it's a consumable, but that consumable just got you 2 extra relics.
Yes, and we can talk more context as to what potions matter at what moments. But yeah, it's like 2 extra relics. Okay, cool. Thank you to make you over-explain that, but...
I love over-explaining hypothesis.
I love it!
Now that we've thought about the map for like 20 minutes, tell me your thoughts on these. Do you know the defect?
The defect as a whole, I know viable decks, Claw's kind of a meme, but in this game, it's slightly better.
Okay.
I know, I actually am really excited about this because I've tried to make the lightning builds work. I've tried to make like, I feel like I understood Claw as a batter player in Slay the Spire one because it's like, oh, okay, meme infinite deck, I guess. But I've never really gotten a good shot at like the plasma decks, the dark decks, even the frost decks. So like anything for me is exciting here. But my guess is for defect, upgrading a card immediately, we have those 2 free costs we could get.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like an 820 deadass, I probably would just take, because we're getting an early shop in your right path now, or no?
Yes, we are getting a shot right after these 5, and we're probably getting 2 shots in Act 1.
I would consider the greed, but I'd probably take Mask's HP.
I don't actually know how to value Eternal Curses, because to my knowledge, the only...
Oh, Eternal you can't get rid of?
You can't get rid of it.
Never mind.
The only Eternal Curse that you have in Slay the Spire 1 is from the Bell. They redid the Bell and they made it, or maybe that was a mod.
There's definitely at least 3 Eternals in this that I've seen.
Yeah, yes. I've also seen 3, but I don't know. Getting 333 as a cash injection puts us at 400. We maybe get like 550 by the time we make it to the store, maybe a little less than that. That's a fuckload of money for a curse in our deck. For just like a, it kind of sucks. Defect doesn't have like a ton of card draw or exhaust. And all of his stuff is based on strictly status cards, so having a curse is kind of whack. But we could get something, like, it could be deck defining. Especially since we're seeing 2 in Act 1. It also makes us strong enough to fight the 3 elites. Like, I think I genuinely want to pick up Perched Pearl here. Lister is just the free option. Pomender usually is just kind of like not great, but Defect really likes upgrading. Zap in particular is one of my favorite. Upgrading Basic Defend is also not a bad option.
Yeah, genuinely. I feel like upgrading Dual Cast immediately can alleviate a lot of the level 1 fights. I'm with you on Greed though, let's be Greed.
I would 0 cost Zap before Dual Cast. Because anytime you're playing Dual Cast, you always have mana for it.
This is bullshit, dude. I feel like every time I talk to you, I'm like just more wrong about this fucking game.
I mean, I don't know. That one might just be opinion, but the Defect is my favorite character, and I always like because Zap is free. You always want to play it. If Zap is in your hand, there's almost never a situation, especially in the beginning of Act 1, where you go play Zap.
Yeah.
So like, especially if I get like early hologram, I know I can always get double value out of Zap with my hologram. If I get Scrape, I know I can always get double value out of my Scrape. But if I'm dual casting, now I need to have a source of orbs as a part of my engine in order to make dual cast viable, and then I don't always want to dual cast, because what if I get like Frost Orb? And now I've dual casted my Lightning Orb, and now my next one up in queue is Frost, and I get it back. Now I don't really want to get that back on hologram. I don't want to get that on my Scrape. But I would have loved to have channeled Zap there.
Yeah, I'm just not even thinking about this shit, so this is why the orb decks don't work for me.
Oh. I'm gonna do this.
Alright,
it's fun.
Let's get it.
We already know where we're going. Okay.
And obviously don't feel like you need to over-explain, but like if there's more introduction.
I mean, this turn plays itself. We don't want to take infinite damage. Do you know how to value, like, should we strike versus should we zap here? It's real simple. Talk me through that.
This is, my guess is it's early enough in the combat. I think I definitely would normally strike here, but now that I'm thinking more critically about it, I think zap makes more sense because after the second turn, it's the same amount of damage as that strike was.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably not going to nuke this guy within 3...
Well, it's not even necessarily after the second turn. It's for the second turn. So if I were to play Strike here, I get 6 damage now. If I play Zap here, I get 3 damage now. And 3 damage next turn, which means unless I'm killing him this turn, Zap is the same amount of damage.
Also, if we draw into that dual cast next turn, now you still got your Feeble.
Zap is pretty much always better. I don't want to, like, say that it's always better. It's pretty much always better.
And you're okay with taking that dual cast because the amount of health he has?
Well, yeah, because we're gonna kill him incredibly soon. Now it's just like
Easy money. Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna play a game. I'm gonna guess what we should take,
Okay.
and you tell me why you're taking what we're taking. Assuming we're playing on A10.
I also, very importantly to some of the deck archetypes, I do not know all of the cards in this game.
Because you're Slay the Spire 1 person,
Yeah.
you haven't played through Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, makes all the sense in the world. I think I wouldn't. I'm scared of dark, so I wouldn't take darkness, but darkness is probably the meme deck that's fun. And if getting this is early, I'd probably take that. I'm either taking Leap or Darkness. I think I would take Darkness.
Okay. I mean, I think here, like, Leap is just an amazing card. 1 mana block for 9 is cool. I like it in pretty much every single defect deck. That and, like, Energy Block is fun, even though it's not that great of a card.
And the reason being why we're considering the block at all, too, is on A10 or A20, dude, if you haven't played it yet, the minions, like, everybody does so much damage, dude. It's so much damage. So, like, early blocks are more important, because your defend is, like, what, 6?
I believe it's 5.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, it's 5.
So that leap is like a double defend for 1 mana.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. An upgraded defend does 8, so it's already better. And then I think when it's upgraded, it does 12.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
So, like, it's very sexy. So Darkness is really weird, because Darkness you have to care about like fine-tuned orb manipulation, and usually the Darkness payoff is multicast, which is the rare X cost card per defect, where it's just evoke whatever your next orb is X times, or X plus 1 when it's upgraded, which is really nice for Darkness, because if you have it at like 30 and then you pump 5 mana into it and you're doing 36 times, it's 180 damage, which is really cool. I don't really fuck with Darkness a lot, because it
it takes too much to get it going.
Kind of. The problem with Darkness for me, when you're trying to do Darkness builds, you need to have a single orb that's sitting in an orb slot for a long time. Because the big payoff for Darkness, and a single channel Darkness orb, I think, like, evokes for 6. Because it upgrades by 6 every turn. I think it's 6. So it might just say it if I have it over. No.
Come on, tooltip. Let's
So, like, a lightning orb evokes for 8. So if you're chain gunning orbs, Darkness orbs are bad. So you need to have them wait there so that they can build up, so you can evoke them multiple times, whether that's dual cast or multicast or what have you. And there are things like Darkness that triggers the passives in order to get them there faster. So already that would be better than a lightning orb. But it's so easy to get like 13 lightning orbs in a turn. And if you're using Darkness and you're just having it sit, you're not doing anything else with your orb slots, which is what this character does. So all of that space that you could be using to evoke your frost orbs for block, evoke your lightning orbs for actual damage, chain gun plasma orbs for funny energy shenanigans, you just can't do because you're trying to wait for your Darkness thing. So it just neuters 3/4 of your character so that you can do one thing. So it's really hard to get going. At least I have a really difficult time doing it.
So you don't think that's a deck decider card to pick early?
It's definitely a deck decider card.
But if we're trying to beat A10, live or death.
The problem here, if we're just like adding Darkness, and if I'm doing Max Ascension, I'm not picking that card just because it's hard to get off the ground. With our current deck, we need Darkness for it to do literally anything, for it to be in our first orb slot, like our active orb slot, which means we need to play Darkness and then play 2 more orbs on top of it, and then have a way to evoke it, whether that's a 3rd orb or dual cast. Or just playing dual cast on our first lightning orb, and then having a Darkness in the front, so we just need to play dual cast twice. But doing that in a combat is just annoying. And then it's already, like, even if that takes place over 3 turns, if we play Darkness once, then it's at 12, 18, 24, which is nice. And then if we're dual casting, it is 48 damage, which is pretty good.
But even then, I feel like you've done a lot of leaps. And then for future reference, all card picks that we have, assume we're on the highest difficulty. Because I'm trying to actually beat it. What we play is Regent.
Okay.
So,
I mean, Regent, you're going to be thinking very differently.
Yeah, yes, Alex.
so here's a question for you specifically. Would you consider taking Darkness and Frost together because they don't usually...
Yeah, like, Darkness doesn't really go with lightning orbs. because they just do very
Yes.
different things. Like your damage with a darkness deck is coming from darkness.
And because we start with a zap, we're always more inclined to the electric.
It's easier,
Yes.
and it more importantly it scales better. Like with darkness, you'll get really big jumps. They're also rarer. It's harder to find darkness energy stuff. So
I
you
feel
get,
like
power
focus
swings.
doesn't help with darkness as it would with frost, light.
There's barely any focus in this game, so darkness does become a little better. At
Okay.
least from what I've seen, a lot of the focus stuff is temporary, and then defrag is a rare card now
And then hotfix is also getting nerfed.
with hotfix.
Hotfix is a common card. It gets exhausted now in the new next beta patch, but it gives you 2 focus for that turn.
Okay, yeah, that's like temporary stuff, where it's like, it's just, there's barely any focus for defect now, which, I don't know, it makes me want to put a lot more focus on like, channeling a lot of orbs instead, and finding ways to do that. I've had a lot of success so far with him in new Slay the Spire with power decks, because there's a fuckload of power synergy, at least with the base cards. I haven't gotten all the unlocks yet, I guess. But having 1 darkness in is not terrible. I really like putting a leap in the deck. But on its own, this is like, could be nice for elite fights, deal some sexy damage.
Anyway, I'll take your point.
So life or death here, you would 100% take a leap.
Oh yeah, no, if there's a gun to my head, I'm taking leap because it's safer.
Yes.
I want to pick darkness because I kind of want to like learn how to do that, and it's not terrible. Like in and of itself, it's just like an okay damage card.
I'm a personal darkness enjoyer, so I'm excited to see what we get.
Okay.
Yeah. Alex, for context, is my brother, and he's also like the same. Alex is probably better at this game than me because I don't think, and I just pick things. I've played the game enough, but not like to the depth of trying to always like, you took darkness?
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can be good. It's not like strictly bad.
Okay.
So like Lyra was saying, right? It is 6.
Okay.
Because now, like, if we get a dual cast, he's already dead. We
Yeah.
didn't, but you know.
Unlucky.
So this sucks because we only have 21 damage, so we're guaranteed to take 6 here.
Alright, 6 is livable.
Oh.
Goodbye. Alright, it's not bad.
I know there's something in this. Like, I look at this card, because this is new, and I'm like, this should be on Ironclad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, like with this mentality, if it's 10 damage, it's already better than the strike, and then next time you play it, it's free. Glass, that new mechanic of having like 4 damage per turn and it scales down. And then you get 2 glasses for 3, so at the immediate turn you're doing what? 17 damage total, not counting if you're hitting other people in the AoE. But 3 is so hard for me on an A10. Like, I would never take Refract here.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm
Refract-
scared of taking damage.
Refract seems like a bad card to me. Like, it's... maybe it upgrades to 2 battle? That would be cool. No, it does not. So that's just, like, devoting your entire turn to damage, and you're just getting, like, 17 damage and 2 glass orbs, which aren't incredible. There are other better AoE options on Defect, or just not caring about AoE and just channeling infinite lightning. I don't see the purpose of this card with...
My guess is we take Ball Lightning. What do you think we take?
Yeah, I would Ball Lightning here. Ball Lightning, if I'm in an A20 run, I Ball Lightning because it's just, we need that early damage. Skip is not bad because we see through more combats and a store. And we could at least try and cater our deck more towards darkness. But we don't really need to super think about that right now. Like, I think Ball Lightning is fine.
Okay. Take what you think. Go on Monsters and Mystery, try to get more card rewards.
Really want to see more, what do you call it? Defensive cards, though. Oh. We have to get rid of.
Nice. Okay. So this is interesting.
Oh yeah, tell me your thoughts.
I know it seems like Slay the Spire 2 has like a lot of elites and mobs. We're in the forest right now, right?
Yeah, we saw Bingo.
So
I think in the Wharf, there's more multi-ad fights where you're fighting a bunch of things at once, like that one elite that's like 4 serpents, and it's the death of me. So I like Sweeping Beam because it 6 all, so, and then draw a card. But also we need defensive cards. I don't know. I think for me, I'm taking Sweeping Beam because the ceiling is higher.
Sweeping Beam is really sexy for the reason you said. It's one of Defect's best early game AoE options. And it's just good. It draws you cards, it deals damage to everybody. We just have, like, we only have 4 defensive cards that are deck of like 13 cards, so I'm starting to get worried. Like, I would pass here, but we're just gonna start hemorrhaging health.
So you would actually pass here.
So 3 elites, because what are the elite fights? There's the funny statue guy, there's the little frog, the parasite man that splits into 4 dudes where we would want to have a sweeping beam. There's the serpent dude that gets like stunned if you get him within the health threshold. There's the
I think Serpent Boy's not in Forest. It's the bird, I believe.
Oh yeah, bird that just attacks every turn. So like sweeping beam would be terrible for bird, and sweeping beam would be. Honestly, if we fight statue right now, I think we just eat. No, darkness would actually be very sexy for it. So because of darkness, we kind of have
High damage ceiling.
Statue covered, but we would want more defense for bird, and we would really want to pick up sweeping beam for icky parasite man. So I don't hate picking up because we're gonna see all 3 of them if we fight all 3 elites. So I don't hate picking up sweeping beam just to cover our options for parasite man, but that means we do need defensive cards in these 2 card rewards or in the shop.
Okay.
But I'm getting it.
Oh, we're getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's in?
So, as you said before, is it guaranteed for you to hit all 3 elites?
At least the way that it worked in Slay the Spire 1, no, you just can't fight the same elite twice in a row.
Interesting.
I think they're, I don't know what the math throws, but you can see the same guy first and third.
Yes. Okay. This guy, by the way, freaks me the fuck out. Like, why his back legs not hairy?
I've never looked at that before.
No, like, what's going on with the back legs? Like, I swear to God, you take that hair off, that thing looks like someone you don't want to go on a date with, you know?
I don't know, I trust him with my kids.
Oh, yeah.
This is why we needed defense, because holding on to a handful of strikes on defect feels incredibly bad.
Another thing to think about as you're playing. Wow. Oh my God.
Oh ho! Snap pick.
I was gonna say.
Wow, we're
We
rewarded.
didn't even need to talk about that.
Oh yeah, no.
No, absolutely not.
Come on, see a darkness, take a darkness.
Because that's our. Oh, this is actually
Sweeping beam knocks off all the thingamajigs, the turn plays itself.
Yeah,
But we have absolutely no defends. The real question is, do we dual cast here? Because if it hits this guy, we get a kill. And if it hits any of the other ones, so if it hits this guy, we also get a kill. And if it hits this guy twice, we get a kill. So no matter what, dual cast is going to kill one of the guys, which either saves us from 6 damage or 3 damage depending on who it's hitting. We only have 1 defend, so there's a 1 in 3 chance that this is better than a defend by 1 point of damage, and there's a 2 in 3 chance that this is worse than a defend by 2 damage. Does that make sense to you?
It does, but it just reminds me of why I'm not beating higher levels, because
Oh.
I'm not thinking that much. I'm like, ooh, defend 2 darkness. That was my immediate. And I'm like, oh, you did so much damage.
Well,
No, but I think you're right though, because like from what you were saying to me before, it's like high level, and at least it feels like that way from me getting to Regent at any time. Damage prevention is so big early because that's the separation between us getting an upgrade or resting at all points. So like, if we can eliminate middle dude or back dude with that dual cast, we're gambling.
well, so here's the gag, right? We're going to be playing dual cast this turn, right?
Yes.
Because it's better than strike.
You solved it.
There's a chance that we kill a guy. There's a 1 in 3 chance that we just instantly kill a guy. Does that math make sense to you?
Yes.
Really?
No.
So, if dual cast hits the same guy twice, it will kill him because
Right.
it's 16. What are the odds that it hits the same character twice? Here's a way to think about it. It's easy. For any given character that it hits, we don't need to think about the odds of it hitting the first character. We don't need to even think about that. Let's say guy on the left. If it hits him, what are the odds it hits him again?
Well, it's 33% chance each time.
Yeah, so 1 in 3.
Yeah.
So, what about for the second character? If it hits him, what are the odds that it hits him again?
It's 2 33s in a row, so like what? 60?
Well, no, it's not 2 33s in a row. I'm saying if it hits the middle one, so that has already happened. What are the odds that it hits the middle one a second time?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because
If it hits 1/3 of the time. And for the third guy, that's also true.
I fucking...
So for each of them, it's always a 1 in 3, which means that no matter who we hit, it's a 1 in 3. So it's a 1 in 3 chance to just kill a guy immediately. But also, if it hits the second or the third guy, we can kill them with a strike. And if it hits the second guy, that's better than a defend. So that means there's a 1 in 3 chance that we're already knocking 3 or 6 damage off the table. And then we have an option afterwards of playing defend or strike depending on who it hit and what we want to do. Because if the middle guy is 1 shot away from death after a dual cast, we want to play strike instead of defend. But in other cases, we'll probably want to play defend instead of strike.
So the way I'm compartmentalizing, for the record, guys, I didn't pass CB shapes and colors in high school. So the way I'm compartmentalizing this to make it make sense for me is if you dual cast, there's a very low percentage chance that it's worse than doing other things.
There's no reason. Well, we're always going to play
Yeah.
We'll.
I'm
Okay, so first guy just dies. So now there's no reason to play strike. We just defend here. We take 4 damage, I think.
correct.
We take 4 damage. That sucks. So now this guy's dealing 6, but we can't kill him with 2 strikes.
So we live in the reality.
Well, it just means we take 1 damage.
Oh, 1 damage. Holy.
That shit adds up, man.
The do be doing. And that's a catch.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I like the Scooby-Doo. I haven't picked that card up yet. What are your thoughts? The fact that you haven't snap pick makes me disappointed.
Really? A side bet, every time I get a card right with Lyra, I'm winning. Every time because Lyra's do me a favor by doing this with me. Every time I get it wrong, that's at least $1 in Lyra's Venmo, so I'm hoping to stay under.
Alright, incentive to lie to you.
Oh no. But my guess is we need defense cards, but hologram defense so low, bro. I don't know. I feel like ball lightning is what I'm taking to try to get chain orbs, but I final answer ball lightning.
Okay, but we don't want chain orbs. We have 2 darkness in our deck.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, so ball lightning 1, we don't need any more damage, we're good.
Okay.
Momentum strike, we don't need any more damage, we're good, and we also don't have any draw yet. Hologram, not only is it a block card, not only when it upgrades does it go to 5 block and lose exhaust, which is sexy. But right now our deck, this is the thing we want, and we really like playing that thing for bosses and like elites that give us time. And hologram lets us defend with a basic defend once it's upgraded. Like a second copy of darkness. That's really good. That's really good.
Alright, so that's $1. We should take hologram.
Yeah, somebody keep track of that in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Where are we going?
I'll keep track. I think I'm at least $3 for you.
Yeah, where we going?
Aiden
I'll give you a hint. It's underlined.
definitely shot because you took the green.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're at 500 right now. Talk to me.
Okay.
And why is it feral?
Alright, so for context, we got 2 darkness, ball lightning, sweeping beam, hologram. Okay, cool. No upgrades in deck yet.
No, man.
For our little guys here, we got HP, for HP at or below, heal 12%, or 12 HP.
Mongol.
Mango 14, max, a rest or better.
The fact that that's only 200 is so fucking busted. That used to be a boss relic, by the way. Shit's crazy.
Oh, dude, wait, this?
Yeah, like we
On A20, this is broke.
we're going to be picking that up. I'm letting you. I'm cheating right now. I'm letting you know that
Dude,
is
I'll
the
give
thing.
$1 for that. This is gross. I wouldn't have caught on to that unless you said it though.
Okay. Yeah, that I believe an A1 is priced at rare relic pricing. I don't know why that's so cheap. Seeing that early is incredible.
Because the idea is, yeah, wow.
Well, one of the reasons that we took so many combats is because combats give card rewards. And card rewards are great because that's what makes a deck is being able to get those cool cards. Especially since with a darkness deck, the cards we want are fewer and farther between, and it's harder to get there. So just seeing 5 in a row is stupid.
Also, the benefit of taking that is that you don't have to take the card. You're not forced into the interaction.
Yeah, it just shows it to you. They could be rare, they could be uncommon. It's just like normal card reward rules.
And because you get that 500.
I don't know, because the way that Slay the Spire works, at least in 1, every time that you see a card reward and there's not a rare card in it, it adds to your chance of seeing a rare card in the future. I don't know how Orrery interacts with that.
I believe it's somewhat similar in this.
Okay.
We'll confirm as I edit. But definitely, outside of that, I really like Secret Weapon as a card, but it doesn't look like we got any attacks that are worth bringing back.
We're playing defect. Attacks are not really our thing most of the time.
Claw deck Dreams, and then Purify. I could talk a lot about that, but no. So I think move is what you're saying, dude. Just take this. I also kind of like this for 820 because I feel like that would have stopped me for resting for a lot, but I don't know if that makes sense to you.
If you're gonna pick a health relic on A20, it's Mango. 14 max HP is fucking insane. Because not only is it healing you for 14 now, but every rest is now better. Every boss heal is now better.
Because the rest heals
Everything
you for
is-
what, 30% of your max
Yeah,
health?
like just a little under a third. So when you're taking Mango, you're healing 4 point something extra every time.
Yeah, quick math.
Like it's 3 from the 10, and then 1, so 4, and then 4 to
89, what's a third of 89? About 30.
I don't know what the hell you're talking. Anyway, Mango's really good. And
14 plus 75.
Usually you don't want to stay below max HP because then you go to fight an elite and you explode. We're almost certainly also going to be using card removal on a strike here, because secret hint, defect really doesn't fucking care about those at all. They're just curses, and we can't get rid of the funny greed. So,
Do you early in the game in A20 when you remove cards, you prioritize removing strikes or defend?
almost always strikes. Defense cards are usually like both less, like they're less deck defining. So I know when I'm going into a card reward, I'm going to be wanting to pick something that deals damage or something that's like scaling me up in a way, like a power. Usually your defense skills aren't like a direction. They're not defining where your deck is going. So when I'm when I'm in the beginning phases of Act 1 and I know I'm going to slice a card out, as long as it's not like literally the first thing I'm doing, I'm taking a strike out of my deck because literally any attack that I add is going to be better than it. And it might also be a good and useful direction and open up options, whereas just putting like a leap, for example, doesn't really do anything but slightly increase the value of my deck. And also defense cards are just, I don't know, like, it feels bad to put them in do that. My dopamine.
Alright, so do what you thought. I already got this one wrong.
Okay, well here you go. Here's my chance to make money. What do you want here?
I actually didn't think about that until right now. Alright, so Testicoil is a free cost card. We'll definitely get,
That's not a you, that's the audience.
Oh, okay.
Because they already know what the correct answer is.
No, stop that. I don't like that.
Literally every single person here is onto what I'm doing.
I know what the answer is.
Alex knows what the answer is.
I think it should be. Can you hover over Void one more time? It's just an exhaust one, right?
No, it's a saps your energy and then it goes away.
Oh, that's so shit.
Yeah, it's awful.
Well, I know they're gonna make the card weaker, but hotfix is good. I think I'm hotfix.
Okay.
Are you skipping?
Well, see, because the gag, you don't have to. We can look at all of them first.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
I'll take negative one.
yeah,
for that.
$1 for the Lyra fund. I'm gonna go to college now. What about these?
I kind of like. If thinking in darkness terms, I kind of like Focus Strike. If we do end up taking that, I think if we took a card, so for the sake of this, because we are going to go back and forth, if we were to take a card, I would take Focus Strike here.
Why?
better than strike,
Sure.
one focus this turn, scales faster. Now that you said that, I feel like it's gonna be charge battery, but yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because Ball Lightning we don't want. Focus Strike, it is better than Strike. Those cards that we hate and just agreed that we take out of the deck for defect because they're just garbage, and they don't like progress us in any meaningful way. One Focus. What does that do for a Darkness Orb?
And this is why fundamentally Marty loses. It increases the darkness by 1.
Yeah, at the end of the turn, or whenever that Darkness Orb is triggered, its passive ability, it adds 1 to its like damage pool. So when you play that card, you're dealing your Funny Strike damage, plus 2. And then you're getting 1 damage on your Darkness Orbs, maybe 2, maybe even 3. Maybe you're getting 3 damage. That's cool. And then if you play like multicast for like 7, like we get 7 energy, we multicast that Darkness Orb. You know how much that one focus did? 7 damage.
Oh, that's not a lot of
No,
damage.
that's not a lot of damage. So that's not really good for our Darkness deck.
But the charge...
Is it a bad card? I don't think so. But like for Darkness, no. But if you're like chain gunning lightning orbs and you find a way to slot that in, that might be cool.
It's charge battery, isn't it?
Of these, Charge Battery is definitely the most viable, but the real answer is skip Fushimos. And now we look at the next one.
Oh, this is so bad. Oh, focus strike again! Yay! So
What's those 2 cards you like?
yeah, I love them so much. Barrage, deal 5 damage for each channel order. Right now we don't have a lot of variety, so that's bad. If we were to take a card, I'd think it's Hotfix, but it's probably skip.
Oh, skip Fushimos.
Oh, that's $3 for the record. Oh, it's gonna be 6 of these.
From this? No, it's not skip Fushimos. So it's only 2 to the pile.
Okay, it's probably straight. You're right.
Yeah, we need to start tallying this stuff. We got some people here.
Put a tally on the screen for me.
Yeah, but I don't have.
Well, that'll be a good editing test for me. Thank you.
Yeah, so Aiden, I hope you're keeping. You know what? Yeah, Aiden, you're editing at home. Keep track of this for me.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we got some fun cards here.
Just to give you context, he has brought out a notebook.
Boo.
I think it's definitely FTL. It's not a competition.
Yeah, it's a free card, kind of. We don't have any other draw in our deck. It's just kind of a free card. You don't like chaos? You're not a chaos maxer in our darkness deck? You don't want to channel 2 random orbs?
Well, in the past, I think...
What if it's plasma?
Mind you, I'm a claw deck player. Defect is probably my worst character, so orbs are bad for me.
If you know what the real answer is?
What?
Skip Pushimas! Because we haven't looked at the 5th one yet.
It's so fun.
What about these?
We have so little 0 cost in our deck. Oh, Lightning Rod's kind of hot, but it griefs our Darkest deck.
Yeah.
Are we skipping everything?
Well, the reason that we're skip Pushimasing is because we can go back and look at them. So we look at these and like, Tesla Coil's bad in our first one. Hotfix, maybe. Like, honestly, this card doesn't seem terrible. It's like literally free if we ever get draw in our deck. It's just like 2/3 damage on all of our orbs. If we do end up getting Frost, it's nice defense. That's cool. Charge Battery is unironically nice. We need block. We don't fucking have defense. So having a thing that's better than defend and it gives us like a little bit of cute energy on the side, like we kind of have to pick that up. Not the best defense card for defect, but we kind of need it. All of these are probably not great. Again, maybe hotfix, but I don't think so because we just need defense. FTL is free. You're right. Like we should probably get that.
Just
because why not?
Yeah.
Just because we don't have any draw in our deck, so it's literally free. And having attacks in your deck is useful sometimes. There are enemies that care about attacks and don't want you to play skills, so like getting rid of every single attack in our deck is not great.
The end of Act 1 boss with the, he has like 9 procs of buffer, I believe, where he can't take more than 1 damage. And you have to like remove it. It's 9 or 7, I believe.
Yeah, it's like the Ink Man.
Ink Man, thank you, yes.
Yeah, that's what it's. That's
Ink Man.
I don't think we care about any of these. Lightning Rod is usually really cool, just because block plus fun damage effect is always nice. But we're definitely taking FTL, and we'll use, was it this one? Yeah, Charge Battery. And I don't think we care about any of these. Bad, not really our thing.
Go with your gut, you're the one who actually wins.
Bad. And then we don't really have any reason for straight in our deck because we're just like FTL, and FTL's already not good to be play. So thank you, Uri.
I think I'm at $7.
But you're in post. I'm gonna eat good at McDonald's.
And then we're gonna move into strike.
Dude, you got a big arch right there, almost.
Big arch.
Have you heard about that?
No.
It's the most McDonald's burger ever. That's what the ad
Is
is
this
saying.
product placement?
Yes, it is. I think so.
Okay, so we have 2 strength potions, which fucking suck. For defect, that's like our worst potion. We don't really care about any of these. Maybe there's an argue for overclock, just because card draw is nice. Actually, maybe there's an argue for overclock, especially with the hologram in our deck. It's not terrible.
Oh, but burn that.
Yeah, but it's like 1 card in your deck, and it's only bad when you get all the way around to it. And even then, like, it's 2 damage, which doesn't matter. And then this thing eventually draws for 3. It's like it's 0 mana draw for 2 cards. Like it's just +1 card when you draw that. It's awesome. It's like FTL is like 5 damage and it's free. This is like it's free, but you also get a card. No, there's a curse in your deck now, kind of. But there's cards that defect uses that care about having statuses. Ooh.
This is so
Yeah,
fun.
we don't have to get that, but it also costs money, and we're gonna visit a store later, so let's not fuck with that.
All right.
What are we doing, and why is it resting?
I'm glad that this isn't part of the dollar thing. Can you go to Matt?
Mm-hmm.
We're about to fight an elite. We're about to fight 2 elites.
Yes,
So
we
much
are.
for us.
Okay, well hold on, guys, because I was.
If you're on A10 right now or A20,
Look at triggery twice. So oh, A20. I think we lose. we might. It depends on our like darkness draws and when we get hologram. But like if we're fighting 2 elites in our, if I'm Slay the Spire 1, I have 30 health on defect with a darkness deck like this. I'm scared because I have no potions to fall back on. If I get a dead draw, I die.
so that is the crux of my learning for this. Please. So what would you on A10 right now?
A10 is max ascension.
Yes.
I'm taking the right path, and just accepting that I'm only getting 1 relic and I'm missing the other store. And I'm crying.
For the sake of exercise, can we play like that?
Dude, no.
Okay. So that's fine.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Well, the thing now, we heal. We get 22 health, so we're sitting at a comfortable 55, and then we don't draw dead. And even if we do, we can eat a 30 damage turn, and we'll be okay.
Okay. So A10 logic, rescue right. For the sake of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're on A10, also go left. Well, I'm not even kidding here, because there's none of that, like, in Slay the Spire 1, the incentive to make it to the first boss was that Meow would give you, like, better shit.
Yeah.
Not that the starter blessings were bad, but in this thing, it doesn't matter what you do. You get the same random pool anyway. Not that I'm saying, oh, hey, reset the game a million times so you get perfect RNG, but, like, play on a risky night one. Because what do you lose? Like, 5-10 minutes?
You're right.
Fuck it. This is your chance. Act 1 is the place where you can play a little bit risky, because the worst that happens is, oh no, I'm crying. If for some reason, like, you're gun to your head or you're playing for money, take the safe route. And that's what I'm saying, like, go right here, because I'm a little worried. But that's also because I don't have a lot of experience with darkness decks. If we draw into, like, if we're fighting statue and we open up with, like, darkness, charge battery, next turn, hologram into darkness, FTL into ball lightning, and then on the actual turn we hit dual cast, and like we just fucking and deal like 8 million damage. Cool. But what if we get like the weird infection man, and then our darkness deck cries because we killed the guy. We slow kill the first guy and get like 9 curses in our deck, and then he splits into a bunch of little idiots, and now our darkness is like not as useful, and then we only have 1 sweeping beam when we explode.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like that's what I'm like. You always want to think about the worst option. If we fight Bird, I think Bird and Statue are fine. If we fight the Infection Man, it's not great. So I'm like, oh, if we fight him and we get bad draw for him, we eat shit. And then we just lose. We lose on 1 elite, I think. So, well, no, because we'll be at 55. we got shot. But we are always resting here. We can't upgrade. Like, that's incredibly risky. But we always fight the elites!
Okay, cool. Bird.
Darkness is cute. Dual casting here is probably not the move. There's no argument for it, but because we have two... Okay, you're right, I should talk about that. My thinking, there are two ways to get this darkness to the first slot, right? Which is something that we want because we want to be able to use that with our next dual cast in order to deal maximum damage, right? The ways that you deal that when you only have a darkness in your deck, you have to cast dual cast twice, or you have to cast
Darkness.
zap twice in order to get darkness the first, because it like pushes it.
Okay.
But we have in our deck that we didn't see yet, Ball Lightning and Zap later. So as long as we play Zap and Ball Lightning, it'll force darkness into the first slot, and then the next time we see dual cast on the next shuffle of our deck, we'll be able to dual cast it. That make sense?
Yes.
Okay. FTO is free.
Oh.
Ooh, whoa, we don't have. Ooh. So I need more defense. What if I rip a strength potion here? Because what if it matters? And what? You know, because we have to play that and we have to play Zap, which is why I really wanted to draw into a defensive card. It was my gag. I'm like, oh, it's like 3 to 7. That's pretty good odds. We don't want to play Sweeping Beam here because then we won't have any defense for next turn and we won't be able to do hologram shenanigans, which is costly. We have to play Zap because we want our darkness in the first slot. Or never mind, I forgot the darkness chance. This is me being stupid. I don't play darkness enough. Darkness is just strictly better than Zap because it's also going to trigger the darkness one more time. So now this is at 24. So already this is dealing 48 damage. Well, next, even if we got dual cast next turn, instead of 48, it would be at 30. So it's already dealing 60. But we're not getting dual cast next turn. We're defending this next turn because these are the cards we're seeing. We're missing one of these, which means we're always seeing 2 out of 3 of our good defend cards. And if it's hologram, we can always get basic defend or FTL to try and draw more cards just to get our next option. And our goal is to hit dual cast on the next rotation after that because it'll already be dealing enough damage back to default.
Okay, so Voice of Reason then,
Voice of Reason, we wish we had defend in our hand.
Is the move... No, it's not Zap, because that's dumb. Just do 24 up front, and then... No, it's probably Sweeping Blade Beam.
So the gag, if we play Zap here, we deal 24 damage, our opponent is at 45, and then they're going to be at 42, and we have a lightning in the front. Then our next turn, we would have to hologram for, like, because then we would need our other darkness to be in the front. We already have lethal if we have defensive cards. And this is what I'm saying with darkness, we really want to be prioritizing defense because we just want to sit here.
But we just have not.
We just need to live. Like, that's it. If we could replace most of our cards with Leap, we would be a god.
That's so funny.
But instead, we have Strike and Speed. And, well, Sweeping Beam is good, but... I think right now we could play Sweeping Beam and just hope that we don't draw into one of our defensive cards, so 50-50 shot. Even if we do, we have a guarantee to draw 2 of them next turn, which means at the least we're gaining 12 because I think our worst outcome would be drawing hologram this turn because hologram is worth and plus whatever, yeah. So our worst thing is we're gaining 12 block next turn. We're just eating shit this turn no matter what, so I think we're sweeping in here for free damage.
Amen.
We did, yeah, we did draw the card that we didn't want to draw, but, you know, it'd be like that.
Okay.
On the bright side, we should just, because this deals 36, 44, 45, 46,
And
47.
then you could hologram and add some to your hand.
We don't need it.
Oh.
Ooh, Permafrost is very nice. Ooh, hello. Ah, Subroutine, my beloved. We do not have the foundations to play a power deck.
So
Coolence is cute because it's almost always in our deck going to be Metallicize 4. And sometimes Metallicize 6. But but it is 1 mana, play a shitty block every turn.
And so it's almost just kind of like the plated armor in a way.
It's metallicized.
Is that what it's called?
Well, they're 2 different things.
Oh, okay.
Plated armor reduces by 1 when you take attack
I'm
damage.
voting skip.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
I'm voting subroutine.
Okay, both of you are in. Subroutine is actually crazy. Do you believe
No.
Okay. Because I'm like, I would love to pick up subroutine if our entire deck was a completely different. So Aiden, the relic that we just picked up is permafrost. That means the first power we play in combat, we gain 6 block.
Okay.
Which means that our first power, of which we have 0 in our deck right now, functions as a defend for 6, which is better than a basic defense. So if we pick that up in our first deck rotation, that's better than our defense right now. And it makes it so that at the start of every turn, we're probably gaining 4 defense.
You know, it's actually really funny you bring this up. That relic is getting buffed by 1 block, and I think it was Frost Prime in like a recent short that I saw. It was like one of the...
I know, I'm familiar.
Yeah, the Slay the Spire guy, wherever he's at.
I know, oh no, I know him from the pet auto battler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Pet on Battler Fox, by the way.
Yeah. He was saying that people were sleeping on this relic as a whole a lot. And it's funny that you are also...
Permafrost is sexy, dude. Well, because the downside of playing powers is like, oh no, I can't play a defend card while I'm playing my setup. And then it's like, oh hey, there's a relic that makes it so that I can play a defend card when I play my setup. It's goated.
And
Every time I get that, I'm always incredibly pleasantly surprised every time.
I'll fucking be. Alright. So we're taking Coolin. And that's another $1. I'm writing it down.
Oh yeah, little buddy.
Alright, Aiden, do we pick up the Gremlin Horn or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Stop fucking with me. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's over.
I think we're tech for the show.
Yeah, we are, yes. Oh yeah, Aiden, play this turn.
It's without a doubt, it's dual cast.
Oh yeah, 100%.
To get rid of the zap, put
Yep.
the darkness up front, and then charge battery and pray.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
Oh, okay, so what would you do?
Dual cast gives us 16 strike. If we played it last, would give us 7.
So here's an interesting question. So when it comes to elites, especially A10, what do you think? When do you think you should use your potions?
It depends on the type of potion, obviously. Like for strength potion, you'd always we're playing defects, so I don't give a shit. But strength potion, dex potion, you use at the beginning of the fight because that's how you get value, and you just kind of develop a sense for like how strong you are and whether or not you think you're going to be able to defeat an elite. It's pretty much like if a potion is going to save you like either a turn of damage, or if a potion lets you like if a potion would damage an enemy out of turn. Easiest example is like fire potion. Oh, I can kill the enemy this turn, and that waits me from next turn where maybe I would take 7 damage. Or like, oh, I'm playing like this guy, and I'm going to be able to kill him in 5 turns. But that means that I'm looking at 2 turns of 25 damage. I'm not going to be able to block with that because in our deck we don't really have defense, but I have a weak potion. So yeah, I'm only getting 2 turns of value on my weak potion, but I'm taking that 25 down to like I don't know, like 17 or
So because you don't give a shit about the strength potion, would you recommend using it because you're not going to really get any use out of it?
Actually, like that's why like last turn, if I was like really getting anal, if I had it done in my head, I would have done a lot of math on what my winning outs were when we fought the bird, and knowing like, oh, I could wait for the next arc to proc, or I could be playing the where the lightning strike's called, ball lightning, using strength potion, playing ball lightning, playing strike, and seeing if that's going to do enough damage in 2 turns if I evoke this now by playing ball lightning zap. Like there's, but also strength potion doesn't. Like, I drink this right now and I'm sad.
Yes. So you would recommend using it because it doesn't really have a big benefit for your build because it's just something to use.
Yeah, but like also, I don't know if worry exists in this game. Like, what if from this elite fight we get? I don't know. Worry is a not worry. Oh my god, fucking motherfucker. It's a relic that whenever you use potion you go for 5. So
I have not seen it.
Okay, if we either I, but if we got that from this elite, I would be thinking myself because now, oh, I just wasted that.
But what is the percentage of you getting that, right?
Low, but why would I use my strength potion at some point when I could save it? Like, there's no reason not to save it unless I know that it's going to save me from losing health.
That makes sense.
The only reason to use a potion is losing health, is saving health. And obviously, with a block potion makes sense because you're literally just saving 12 health sometimes. Fire potion makes sense because you're killing an enemy later before sometimes. Explosive potion, same thing because you're just like, oh, an ad is dead. But like energy potion, sometimes this lets you set up like a power on a turn you otherwise wouldn't, which will save you a turn 4 turns down the line in the elite fight. Because now I have to play my demon form ironclad when I wouldn't have been able to earlier, and that thing that would have been a long drawn out 12 turn fight because it didn't have end, ends on turn 6 because I had demon form on turn 1. And that's why energy form is really good.
The more you talk, I'm just glad there's not a rank in this. It's like, dude, this is so brutal.
You catch me on backpack battles.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, catch a leaderboard, Slay the Spire, do you have it?
Yeah, okay.
They have leaderboard. It's already building factors. All they have. Anyway, so everybody, we're always playing Charge Battery here. We're always playing Darkness here, and it's either dual cast or Strike. Strike is just 7 damage, and this is 6. I got feeling
Because then the darkness is up front.
so it doesn't super matter because we're going to be playing the other Darkness, and like this would already put up front because we're failing 2 words.
Holy shit, she's a problem, folks.
Well, I mean, what happened when we did that later?
I'm so upset. Alright. You just keep playing.
Okay, so we're always playing Darkness, right? And with this guy, you know Slay does?
Yes, he takes, and thank you for bringing this up. But he takes more damage, 10% more damage per thing you do.
No, it's retarded play.
Bro, can you read? I know.
Yeah, reading the card is like every time you play a card, you receive 10% damage from its attacks. So like if we're gonna be playing Ball Lightning Sweeping Game or Short this turn, we want to play the ones. So when I look at this, I know I'm gonna play Darkness, which is skill, so I play Darkness. But now I would think like there's no reason to play Defend, so I'm gonna be playing 2 of these. I want to be playing because we have extra energy, Sweeping Beam. Also, if you have like a higher damage attack, for example, Ball Lightning is 7, the way that like damage breakpoints work with percentage increases, this game only works off of integers. You can't deal half the point damage. So something that has a higher damage number benefits more from a percentage increase than something with a lower damage number. At low numbers like this, 7, I don't know what the breakpoints are, but 7 will go up to 8 before 6 will go up to 7. I don't know if that's necessarily true with percentage, but it's just like
Okay, hold the fuck up. That
damage can matter.
No, it totally can. I'm with that. It's just the juiciness of you, this fucking early knowing that, like, we have to find the integer shit that always runs up.
Well, I don't know if it doesn't always run out, because like, a good example of that right now is like this strike isn't dealing 7 damage. This strike is dealing 6.1 damage right now, because it's dealing 10% more 6.
But you're saying it always runs up if you're 0.5 over.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. Like I just said, I don't know the breakpoints. I was assuming it goes
No,
like,
it wouldn't because of the fact it's 10%, so it'd be 6.6, so it would be 7.
Yeah, so I think
so technically it doesn't work.
I think it just always run down. So like 6.99 would be 6 is my guess.
Okay, I'm such a...
So like if you had a good example, if you had a card that dealt 10 damage, right now it would be dealing 11 damage.
Correct.
But our card that deals 6 damage doesn't get that extra point right now.
Okay.
So you always want to play the cards with biggest damage last.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, but for also this reason, because like not just big damage last, but also if you have like small breakpoints like this, think about what's first versus what's second in your chain can matter for eking out 1 more point of damage. Really fucking niche shit, but I don't know. I'm a teacher in the. We're gonna be speaking here.
With Big 10, every bit you can matters.
Ooh.
Also, the game is bleeding again.
So instead of punching here, because we could punch here, right, and deal 8 damage, and then deal a strike, and deal 7 damage, and deal. I don't know how to do that. 15. We could hologram and get another darkness.
Which is better?
No, if we had Dualcast still in the back of our deck, then it would be, because then we could probably kill soon. But
What's the percentage of us getting rule cast right now?
oh, like nothing. It's in our Discord.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so like
I was paying attention.
I think we want to play Strike into Ball Lightning here, but the Dualcast is, or the hologram is fun. I like it and I want to play it.
Hey man. Alright, this might be where we die.
No, I don't think so.
You get 6 block off the pull in, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so we have 7 block this turn. We can just hit for 30. I think we kinda gotta, because like this doesn't roar dual marks. Our chances of drawing dual cast with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 17 cards in our deck is less than 1 in 3. So because we deal with 30 right now, it's 36 damage that's coming from Zap, which is putting this at 440 and 145. And then this is going to be at 24, which is still going to die from a dual cast, but then we have other options. So playing Zap is strictly better here. That makes sense?
Correct.
It does after you said that, yeah.
Cool.
I would have striked for the record.
And as long as we have 1 darkness, we still get the extra block.
And we're dead.
No, but we're close. Let's see, if we do
Wow, you're
Zap,
one off here. Actually.
if we do Zap, Strike, Ball Lightning, we're dealing 24 and 9 is 33. 33 to
39.
Oh wait, but actually, wouldn't it be better to deal because 7? No, 7 was so easy. Okay, so whoa. 24, 9, 33. 33, 6 is 39. 39 and 8 would be.
Kill. That's lethal.
Cool. Yeah,
see it
and
three.
that wasn't even considering the evoke from the lightning. So, bam. Pop.
That's fucking nuts.
Ooh, Saren. Oh,
Centennial.
a little puzzle action.
Yeah, a little puzzle boy. UV.
Yeah. Yo!
Loot is sexy. Tempest gives us another way to evoke orbs.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
I'm going to pick. It's loot.
I was gonna say if you want an A+ for nothing, yeah.
Also, darkest energy.
Yeah. Loop is probably what I would pick here, because Permafrost makes power safer, as long as we don't add, like, 2 mirrors.
Also, 6 block. for 1 turn.
Oh, good consideration because of the power and cooldown.
It is the only. Well, that's what I'm saying because of permafrost. Like as long as we whatever, power's better, but it's only once. But loop is good. Me like loop.
It's only once per turn.
Let's go.
It's once per combat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still really good. You guys are creatures.
I'm
but-
telling you, no, I learned this from her.
I'm a pleb. I haven't really played enough to get to that level, so.
Well, because playing 1 power is so impactful. That if you can eke that out without, like, and you get 6 damage saved, that you can play a power versus having to play a defend, that's crazy.
Yeah,
You're better for
I
that.
can see why that can stack
Yeah.
up.
I'm really worried about our next elite fight.
Why are you smithing?
I'm looking. You're not locked in.
Oh, you're not locked in?
No.
That's so embarrassing.
I can't even click on a card here.
And it's so.
Oh.
Oh, stop. I'm so fucking nervous. Wait, are we resting always? We have 17 health into another elite?
Yeah, I'm really worried. Well, because next elite is always going to be that infection guy or. Oh no, because we saw bird first. Well, it's going to be infection guy or bird. They both suck, and we need health for them because our deck has no defense still.
And then obviously A20 always resting here.
Oh, A20 we're already dead.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a focus potion, so maybe, but we're ripping through all of our potions for this next thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the darkness deck, we needed more defense. We still need more defense.
Well, there's not been an option though.
You know what? I really want to just use. Yeah, it's so fine. It's so fine. It doesn't matter. Do we just ball lightning hologram ball lightning because it's an idiot army instead of using the pool?
Would you recommend Ball Lightning Zap here?
No. I mean,
You don't think the 9 damage per turn will do something?
ball lightning. Let me use the keyboard. Ball lightning zap. I mean, basement funny thing, but like whatever. Having block every turn is kind of sexy. Sweeping me was literally free. Fuck that guy.
AoE.
Well, it's literally free because of Gremlin Horn.
Dual cast in the darkness, right?
Is it Darkest Darkness Strike or Darkest Darkness Dual Cast? Dual Cast.
Each darkness is like if we dual cast first, we get an extra 8 damage.
It's already making micros and everything. We should be, for the sake of
This doesn't super matter. We don't have defense, so I'm crying.
Oh my god, please.
10 damage. I think we're crying really big because now we drew all of our defensive cards. But we're only looking at right now, so genuinely so chill. Boop. Bam.
Okay.
Boop.
We're chilling.
Oh.
I think you got like.
Ooh, Signal Boost is an interesting pull.
Signal boost with coolant is very good. Not having it upgraded, but wins are not. I'm gonna fucking die. I mean, we have to pay it up. It's so fun.
Here's an interesting concept, right? Because of the fact that if you go back to it, if you check the left one, Barrage, do you think Barrage would be good in the Darkness build because of the fact you usually get 15?
No. You're also not usually getting 15 in darkness. You're either hyper focusing frost or you're hyper, like you don't care about your other orbs most of the time. So sometimes it's 1 mana 15. But when you're playing a darkness deck, in the early game, you're not really playing a darkness deck. It's just, oh, sometimes I get to deal 30 damage, sometimes I get to deal 60 if I'm lucky. And then in the late game, like I don't know, it's like 1 mana deal 10, but then at that point there are cards that are like 1 mana deal 9 and then have like a special effect. Like isn't
I see what you're saying.
Like,
You need to
when it
have
gets-
at least 3 in order for it to benefit for the other card.
In this context, I think it's because there are 2 powers. I think loop would be really hot, and so it's probably signal boost, or we're taking sweeping game.
oh, loop is not the one that we want to be signal boosting, but it is nice.
I'm upset.
I mean, for the boss, yeah, but like, right now we have no fucking defense. Like, I hate adding this because it's nuking our. We have. We're gonna add this. We're gonna have 20 cards. Let's count the defense cards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Oh, 5 if we really want to count 3 block. 6, 7.
6, 7.
6, 7.
6, 7. Like it's not looking good, and it's all basic shit by the end of A1. We're gonna fucking die to Deer Boy.
What are you taking?
Oh, we're taking Sigma Boost because it's fun.
Oh my god. Oh, it's that sweeping beam. That sweeping beam.
Oh yeah, no, look at this turn 1. So this is where we gain 2 focus at the beginning of the fight and gain 2 strength at the beginning of the fight. We're
Signal boosting for when it happens.
yeah, this is probably gonna be drawn out and punching this punch, and we're gonna hope and pray. I think we're gonna be okay for this fight. This gives us defense.
Yeah.
Loop is actually a fuck ton of damage. But then I don't want to get fuck darkness. We don't need it because we have loop and infinite fucking zip zap damage. FTL is at 3. We're gonna play. I think we play. So these are gonna evoke for 10. So we zip zap hologram zip zap.
Yeah. So wait.
Or we can just dual cast and it deals. Yeah,
Dual cast and get damage to next.
Dual cast is out. We don't have any 0 cards in the FTL. I mean, I guess it's 5 free damage. I'd rather just play the cool one here. You're right. Zip zap. Oh, I forgot about the Gremlin board. That's so delightful. Oh,
I feel like that's exactly how I feel about that card.
oh,
That relic.
that's so
Into
delightful.
sweeping.
That's so delightful. Goodbye, entire enemy team. Like, what? No, it drew. Okay, it's black anyway. Did not know about that. I'm sorry, Gamma literally doesn't matter. Aiden, what are your thoughts?
Yo!
You see a claw, you pick a claw.
Yeah, with my deck would have. I think I would have like reloaded at this point. But it's. I think
Our deck is bad. We got it.
A20. I'm picking charge battery because we have no defense. Fuck plasma. We don't need more energy.
Yeah, that is, yes. We don't need plasma claws and medium. We have to pick charge battery.
Well, you have an energy potion.
Sorry.
No. That was good. That was good. Oh, waffle. We don't need a rest.
Oh.
On A20, I'm doing that, but
It's a solid heal, and we get 7 HP. The fact that Waffle was so cheap is also crazy.
how much was it in?
I'm pretty sure Waffle was priced at Rare Relic, like 250 plus, like closer to 300. Like that feels really sexy.
I know in the beta patches coming out, Lyra, they're giving more gold for everything, which is great.
Like costs, or like we get more gold.
I believe it's cost reduction on a lot of things and gold for more just like general encounters.
That makes me happy.
Yes, but Aiden, quick gloss. I think I'm immediately. Machine learning's really fucking good. But 146, but also we have a lot of money. The feathers is whenever you rest. What does the feather do?
Every time that you go to a rest site, you heal for every 5 cards in your deck.
Which we have 21.
91.
2 if that's great. 2D fork is energy, or was it give you?
Draw? No, block. Return skills again, 7 block. That's like cute. I guess.
Solid. But 274, too much money.
Yeah, like that is not worth. Like the fact that that's priced more than these waffles, bananas to me.
Aiden is taking waffle and then what's that bottom left potion? I think it's pretty good.
The draw one.
If I was on A20, I would take that for the boss. But yeah, I'm definitely taking waffle and then clarity extract for A20, and then probably removing a card.
Like we're gonna get full health for the boss with a darkness deck. I don't really think we need any potions for the boss.
You're right, that's dumb.
Yeah, I think we got that on.
Okay, play as you will.
But we definitely got. Waffle is so much fucking value. And then we have 200 gold to play with, so it's pretty much like we always want to be removing here because removing a strike so high value. They're functionally curses as this character. So then it's kind of like, oh, do we want machine learning, or do we want to remove a strike? Do we want to remove a curse from our deck, or pay a mana when we draw this and draw an additional card once we get it? And then if we get the guard removal, we can transform a striker to a charge battery.
It's that.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay, thank you.
Whether we get the charge battery or not is kind of up in the air. Because, like, 154, we're kind of starting to, like, we could have enough defense, and with no card draw, it's probably lame.
It's probably no.
But, like, I wish they were leaps. However, they're not leaps. We want defense. We really need card upgrades is what we need at this point. We've had to skip like every single one. So like picking up charge batteries and not.
Also 26, so good.
20. Yeah, you're right. Yoink. Speaking of card upgrades, what are you upgrading?
Actually valuable. So hypothetically, you get to the end of Act 1, and you have one card upgrade here out of all these choices.
Mm-hmm.
You have a primary darkness deck. You have 3 powers, or well, 2 powers and a signal boost. If it's darkness deck and we're preying on that, is the darkness upgrade for one of them the best? I feel like it's either darkness or FTL for me.
FTL?
Because doesn't it draw one more card?
No.
It goes from 3 to 4.
Yeah.
If you play fewer than... No, that's horrible. Never mind. I thought it drew 1 additional card.
No.
I'm taking darkness. What are you taking?
We don't care as much about the
I
black
take hologram here.
one anymore.
I guess hologram. Does hologram lose exhaust?
Yes. Hologram goes to 5 and loses exhaust. Loop going to 2 is pretty sexy. Signal boost for 0 is nice because that means we always get one of these 2 powers for free, which is just crazy. +3 on one of our block cards is good, but if we're upgrading a block, it's always hologram. Do we ever upgrade darkness?
I feel like upgrading hologram right here would allow you to, if you missed a certain point where you couldn't use a power, it will give you the power back in order for you to use it, and it's not exhausted, so at least you get 5 block while using the power necessarily.
We're just never missing a power. Just because of permafrost, like...
That's very true.
Even if we draw both of them, like, they're so high value that we're always playing them. The only time that I can see us missing a power is if we draw them both before signal boost, and we really want the signal boost, but we're so strong for the boss that it doesn't super matter anyway. I don't think it's ever darkness. I think it's loop or signal boost.
I think loop is...
Or genuinely dual cast, because having dual cast for 0 lets us hologram into dual cast, but I like hologram actually. It's just so nice to just be able to play this every time, and then we can like FTL, hologram, FTL.
Okay, what are you picking? Yeah.
Damn right.
Fucking brownie points to Alex.
Oh yeah, what did you say? You said you owe me $1, you like giving me $1? Anyway, speaking of which, FTL into hologram. Wait. Yeah, no, I wish we could, but signal boost.
I mean...
Okay, you gotta watch it out. This boss.
So can you explain what this boss does?
Oh yeah, so this guy he just kind of gets stronger every turn and punches, and then once we get him to 150, he gets stunned, and then I don't know if he loses all of his turn.
He does.
Okay, and then he hits us with a debuff that makes us only able to play 1 card at a turn, and then on the turn that we can only play 1 card, hits us for a moderate amount, and then gets stronger, and then does the same thing on loop.
Then when would you recommend trying to get him through that threshold?
I mean, if you're able to tank the damage, trying to set up for like putting him like 151, and then next turn I'm gonna fuck him up is ideal. But if you can't take the damage, then just get there as fast as possible because this guy does still kind of hard.
With Regen, it's felt like a DPS rush.
With a lot of characters, I think every enemy that I found with this kind of funny mechanic where they have like when they hit the threshold they do a thing is kind of the DPS rush. If you have the ability to like So like in Slay the Spire 1, when you're fighting the slime boss, and when he gets to half health exactly, he splits. That's a thing that you want to keep in mind because his attack pattern, he has the slime you, then charge up and deal damage. Then slime you, then charge up and deal damage. So you know if you deal a bunch of damage while he slimes you, then he charges up. Usually you pop him before he deals the damage, but if you can tank that damage and get him to just above half health, or use that next turn to get him just above half health and then put the things you just, if you have the ability to get him right above threshold, you can fucking nuke him on that next turn. Which for him is nice because then he splits into two smaller guys. For this, it's just you get a free turn because of stun, which is still value, but not as much as Slime Man.
So for me, Aiden is defending loot.
Well, when we play loot, we'll get the permafrost defense, so we don't need that.
Oh, dirt. So loot all that.
Oh, never mind. I lied to you. We already played a thing.
Loot. Well, I've taken $1 off.
What?
No.
We lose
Dollar revoked.
3 health. It should be $3, 1 for each health.
Exactly.
So looking at 20 makes me frown, but also like we're on A2, we healed full. Nothing matters. We can tank 78 damage.
For me, it's damage right here to make sure he doesn't get more strength.
Yeah, we kind of want to like rush him. Granted, we're a darkness deck, so we want to try and get this as big as possible. So playing another darkness here is like pretty sexy.
Dual cast darkness charge battery? Oh, and then we have an extra in defense.
Yeah, I like dual cast darkness charge battery.
You forgot you have another mana.
Oh, you're so right. Well, that's probably just gonna be another defend TBH because I like health maxing. Wow. Now look at that, a perfect turn.
Hell yeah.
And importantly, this is now in our front slot for Luke. Luke is very sexy in dark decks because now this is already at 42. We're always charged, we're always defend, and we don't want to zap here. That makes sense why we don't want to zap here?
You should say it.
We're looking at a Darkness Orb of 42. If we wait until we get Dual Cast, we're doubling that damage. So by playing Zap, we're knocking us out of 42 damage this turn. But realistically, this is good because we have it on loop. This is going to be gaining like 12 extra damage next time, which turns into 24. So by playing Zap, we're just losing out on a
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. You were 42, it's 150. So technically you would bring them really around 159 to slash 162. Would that be more beneficial to stun him next turn?
No, because if we wait, we'll stun him anyway. We're not taking any damage this turn.
That makes sense.
And like it's gonna put him to like 40 HP if we draw the dual cast next turn.
Also, even on A10, you still heal like whatever 75% or something. So
It's letting me free.
Ooh, nice hologram.
Yeah, I love the hologram into FTL.
Again?
Just block because the chances of us drawing dual cast is actually if we sweeping in here. Okay, and now we always draw the dual cast next turn.
and then strike.
Yes. We take 1 damage, we frown about that, and the next turn we deal 6 and 6.
Well, 132 if we're counting dual.
There.
Yeah. We'll do this, and then we'll land to do we really like because now if we channel 2 orbs, he dies.
It is funny, but people are like, hypothetically this deck on A20 is terrible, but applying these concepts,
It's terrible. So the reason that it's terrible, we didn't have any fucking block in our deck.
which wasn't even up to us.
Entirety of Act 1.
Okay, and this about wraps up. No, I'm not starting with okay. Why am I so bad at outros? They're so hard. They're so hard. Thanks for watching, everybody. First YouTube video, next one gonna be better.